What's going on, fellow munchers? Hope you guys are well. Listen, if you've seen Brothers Green before, I'm sure you're aware that we like to kind of poke fun and throw a little bit of shade at the French for their high-end cooking techniques and their crazy words.
But the truth is, a lot of those good culinary traditions, culinary arts, come from the French.
Ah, finally, yes.
This is very true. So we invited our good friend Alex over. He has an amazing channel called French Guy Cooking, and it's all about being creative and getting wild with food. So he's going to show us how to be French chefs.
Exactly, I'm gonna show you a simple French dish or French-inspired dish that pretty much sums up the techniques and the flavors.
So we'll be professional French chefs with this one dish.
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Let's do it.
Screw culinary school.
First off, la mise en place.
Mise en
What?
No, a mise en place. It means just prepare everything you need, okay? You wash the things you need to wash, you get everything out, you're ready to cook.
So what do we do to prep these vegetables?
So first off, I would just start with a sharp knife. It
Okay.
would be easier. Then I would go to the shallots. You just dice them. You don't have to dice them too thin. Rough is cool. Then I would go to the mushrooms. I would slice them, and also I would keep some bigger bits.
So 2 textures.
Yeah, exactly. Just to have 2 textures. You know the vibes. And at the end, I would take the zucchini and I would julienne them.
Julienne.
Julienne.
We would say julienne those things.
Julienne. Tell us about the shit. Tell us about the Julienne.
Julienne is not a French girl. It's
It's not?
No, it's just you take the zucchini, you make it stable first by cutting a small slice on the bottom, and then you make big wide slices out of it. And
Okay.
then you stack those slices up and you make thin strips.
Okay.
Well,
That's-
matchsticks, right?
Matchsticks, exactly. That's the julienne.
So we've got our protein. What do we do with the protein?
What is a protein?
That's meat.
Ah, yeah. So
Well, what do you call it?
You always call meat protein. That's
Yeah.
funny.
It's true. It's because it's protein.
It's like a trendy thing to call it. Protein.
Okay, so basically with the chicken, you just get it out of the fridge like maybe half an hour before, just to let it come to room temperature, and then you pat it dry, otherwise it won't be colored and caramelized afterwards.
Crispy.
Exactly,
You want that
crispy.
fried
The
chicken.
crispy thigh.
You heavily season it with salt and pepper on both sides. So you take a big, heavy bottom pan, and you just place it on high heat. You add a bit of butter, you add a bit of olive oil, and then you just
Wait,
sear
why
the-
butter and olive oil?
I don't know, it's just to mix the flavors. It's supposed to burn less, but mostly it's to mix the flavors. So once the pan is hot, you just place the chicken skin side down, of course, because you want it to be really crispy. And you cook it at first, I would say on high, and then you just lower the heat.
So like a low, even cooking to get it super fried.
Exactly. And also because we're using dark meat, so it just needs a bit more time than, for example, chicken fillet. I flip it over as soon as the skin gets crispy, and then I baste it. So you can baste the meat like the French way, the really posh, really ultra posh French way, like
Yeah.
exactly. Or you can do it like in a more casual way, in my opinion, more flavorful way, like using a branch of thyme and just baste it,
So you're getting double flavor because you're basting it with the oil and butter, and then you're also
That's
getting
triple flavor.
triple
flavor.
That's triple
And
flavor.
the chicken
for you
skin.
guys.
That's quadruple flavor.
That doesn't count.
So many French love the flavor. I appreciate it.
So you want to cook the chicken until it's cuit à cœur, so cook to the heart.
Oh, so beautiful. Cooked
Exactly,
so
but
perfectly.
still juicy,
Okay.
And then you set it aside. So then you need to use all the veg, all the mise en place we did. Just before that, you put all the shallot first in those, residual heat and the caramelized bits from the chicken. Yeah, exactly.
And I saw you were really slow cooking those for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely, because you want this to melt down, to form like a paste.
And it gets super sweet.
Super sweet and caramelized, and as soon as it gets some color, then you can drop in the other one, like the mushrooms and the zucchini. Everybody goes in, it's a party, it's a nice time.
Yes.
And you just slowly stir it around just to mix up the flavors into the fat of the chicken. So at this point you want to taste it and correct the seasoning with salt and pepper, and normally, like classically, you would have a clove of garlic in it.
What happened there? French guy
forgot.
cooking?
We forget the clove of
In
garlic.
not very typical French manner, we forgot
But
an
it
ingredient.
still tasted delicious, so that's alright, we're moving on.
now you remove the vegetables out of the pan, and you know it's an optional step, this one, but I think it makes all the difference. So if you want to skip it, the dish is ruined basically. No, but seriously, you just take a tiny amount of booze like cognac, for example, or brandy, or
Bourbon.
bourbon
Yeah.
would work definitely, and you just throw it in the pan. Normally you would turn off the heat
And boom!
and
Light
blaze
it,
it.
boom.
Yeah.
And stand the hell back too, because it almost blew our faces
And then
up.
that reduces all of those flavors, and you really don't taste too much of that. It's just like a subtle flavor, correct?
So yeah, basically all the alcohol is evaporating. So you don't get the alcohol, you don't get the heat, you just get some of those, you know, dark and bold flavors.
So you went in with not only one thing of booze, you're going double time.
You know, the very, very French way. So afterwards you have to add some dry wine to the party. Just, you know, because dry wine is a bit more runny, it's dry, acidic, fresh, so it's gonna cut through the fat, like the butter and the chicken and the skin. It needs some dryness.
This is like the deglazing step.
Deglazing, exactly. Deglazing is so posh, man. You're the poshest one.
What
Deglaze.
exactly what is deglazing other than a fancy term that impresses people?
Yeah, it does impress me. So it's only about releasing all those sticky caramelized goodness from the bottom of the pan and just include them into the sauce.
Alright, so now we gotta make the sauce, which in French cooking is very important, the sauce.
The most important, man. Exactly. We use this base of alcohol and then we pour in some cream. I don't know exactly double cream, heavy cream. I'm just lost.
For us, it's just cream. We just have one kind
Heavy
of
cream works. Yeah.
Heavy cream, and then you slowly stir it. You lower the heat, obviously, because you don't want to burn the cream and you don't want to reduce it too much. You just infuse it with flavors, and when it's done, you set it aside.
We've got our three components. We've got our veggies, we've got our sauce, and of course we've got our meat. It's time to bring them together.
Exactly. So you could choose a white plate for that, but that way you would not, be able to see the sauce in this dish.
That's
makes
very
sense.
true. So we're gonna go with the black plate. That's pretty traditional, either white or black. in French
Exactly,
cooking.
yeah, they tend to use simple stuff. So basically you want to build up the dish. You want to put the vegetables first as a base, and then you cut the chicken at an angle and you place them, you know, like across on some fancy stuff.
And then drizzle on that sauce.
Oh yes, please!
I think no matter what culture you're cooking in, everyone loves a little drizzle sauce.
drizzle. Always drizzle and zip in it for us.
I
Then
don't
you
know.
sprinkle it with tarragon too.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's for some extra fancy stuff, like the sprinkling of tarragon vibes.
And now, one thing I've noticed at this point, it's very important to have like way too many forks, spoons, and knives. Like,
You-
why is that?
I don't know, you have to have those 3 knives or 4 knives and like maybe 5 or 6 spoons on the side. It's a French stuff, and 3 glasses at least for water. Messieurs, voici votre repas. Vous avez un putain de poulet rôti avec des champignons et des courgettes. Je vous souhaite un bon appétit, merci.
Oh.
What was that?
Gracias.
What is this?
I don't know. It's good. Ready for this? Chicken? Wow. Oh my god.
It's good.
Bon appetit, motherfuckers. How do you say it's delicious?
Yeah.
C'est délicieux.
C'est délicieux.
C'est délicieux.
C'est délicieux.
Alex, thank you so much for coming, hanging out. Please check out French Guy Cooking YouTube channel, amazing channel. You're gonna be vlogging this whole experience.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be vlogging, and we shot some behind the scenes together, and it's gonna be in my vlog.
So hopefully those come out at the same time. If not, just subscribe to his channel. It's great content. It's not even just cooking. He's building kitchen gadgets. It's crazy stuff. We've been big fans of this guy forever.
Yeah.
For the beginning of time.
And congratulations, now you guys are all French chefs. Screw culinary school.
Bye bye, salut!